Welcome everybody. If you're a member of the Cricut Craft Room group, you may have saw this post from Carla. She saw this cute paper purse from Courtney Lane Designs, and Courtney used well, that's her first name, but she used the Artiste cartridge from Close to My Heart. And yeah, it's one of the more expensive cartridges. It's $99, but I have it. I think it's totally worth it. But if you don't have it and you still want to make this, I'm going to show you how to sort of make it. It's going to be a little bit different, obviously, but it'll get you right on the right track, and then you can embellish it any way you want. But we're going to do this in Cricut Craft Room. This is sort of what I've already done, but we're going to start fresh. So just using the Cricut Craft Room basics, which everybody who uses CCR has, I'm going to put a rectangle on the screen. And then there's no regular just circle in the basics. So I'm going to search for a circle. They're on tons of cartridges. This one, I'll just grab this one. It's on City Icons. If you have the subscription, I'm sure you have it. And I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. Set that off to the side for right now. I don't really know what that is. So for this, I'm going to make my rectangle a little shorter and a little wider. And I'm going to line it up with these cross lines right here, just for me, so I can see when things are lined up. And you know what, let's make it a little bit longer and a little bit wider. And this is all, I'm just doing this by just eyeballing things. And then I'm going to take, oh, I had problems with this circle earlier. I'm just going to, I'm going to just get rid of this circle because I don't like this one. So we're going to back up. I don't know why this circle, sorry, has problems, but I had issues with it earlier. So we're going to go back to our image search, and we can use that one. Perfect. Okay. So again, I'm going to make our rectangle a little bit wider. This is going to be the width of the bag. And then a little bit longer, because we're going to get our handle in there. And we're going to line it up on our cross lines. And then I'm going to come to our circle. And I'm going to make it bigger, because I want to have it, come on, the same as our bag. And we'll see, that looks good. And we want to weld it. Oops, I didn't get it all the way to the, I want this here to be even, come on, with the top and bottom of our bag so that there's no overhang. So I think what I'm going to need to do is move this over. And then it's just playing with it until you get it lined up the way you want it. Perfect. See, we don't have a huge difference here. So this is actually, I'm going to bring it all together so I can move it as one. To fit this on our mat, we're longer than our 6 inches, which means when I double this, we're going to be too big for our mat. So what I'm going to do is just shorten it up a smidge. And I have to go, we're going to go 5, and it's going to make sense here in a minute why I'm going to 5. Okay. So there we have this. And now I'm going to come back to our basics, and I'm going to grab another rectangle, and I want to rotate it to 90 degrees. And I just go over here to rotate, type in 90, and then click on my mat, and you can see it flipped it. And I don't want to touch it just yet, but I want to line it up and then make it just kind of eyeball it so it's the same width, and I want to make it about that 1 inch there. Okay, just eyeball it. And I'm going to come out a smidge more because once I group this together, it's going to move over. It's still just a little bit big. Perfect. So now I want to take this image over here, and I want to just encompass all of that. Oh, wait a minute, missed something. So I want to copy this. So I'm going to just click on it and copy, and then I'm going to paste. So here's the one that pasted, and I'm going to move it off. Now I want it to be the same width, but I want it to be a little bit shorter. So I'm going to just shorten it up a smidge, and then I'm going to rotate this one 90 degrees. And I'm going to line it up here. Now I'm going to obviously have to move everything down. So I'm going to encompass everything, and I'm just going to move it down. And that's just so I can have everything on the mat like I'm supposed to. Okay. So I click off. Now we're not grouped together anymore. Now see, this isn't lined up, so I'm going to click here again, and I'm just going to move it over until I see it's close to being lined up. And I'm going to move it until, see that line went away? There's a black line right there. That means it's going to cut. And I'm just using the arrows on my keyboard, and I slice it down or click it down one more time, and that line went away, and I get the option to weld. So now when I click off, this is my shape. But I need 2 of these. So I'm going to click back on it. Come on. And I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. And here's the one that we just pasted. I'm going to move it down to this side and see if I can get it lined up. It needs to come that way. And I'm just going to move it up until that line, and then once it goes away, I can weld and click off. So it's not perfect. It's a little hung over on the side. Perfect. So now I want to take all of these, not the little one on the side, not yet. Okay, I've got just those. You can see what I've included. I want to group them. Now I want to copy that group, and I want to paste that group. See, it's over here. And I want to flip that group. Oop, I flipped the wrong one. So we're going to undo. I want to click on this one now and flip it that way. So I want to move it up. So now we have our pieces of our bag. Don't worry about this yet. So I'm going to take this piece, and now I'm going to just use my arrow key, and I'm going to slide it until the lines go away. and I get the weld option. And now I'm going to click on that piece, and I'm going to hit the arrows again, and now it's reversed because I flipped it. I'm hitting my right arrow to get it to move left until I get the weld option. So there we go. Now what I want to do is I want to encompass everything. And I want to slide it over just so it's on my mat in the center. So it's gonna, I know it's gonna cut. Okay, I hit the button a whole bunch of times. It's still just sliding away. Okay, so anywhere that you see a black line is where it's going to cut. And you'll see we have no black lines here and nothing here. So what I would do, I would then cut this image, and then using my scoreboard, make some score marks along here and along here and down here and here, and then of course for the bottom of our bag, and then you can just fold it. And the reason I did flaps on both sides is so you have that reinforcement, and it's going to be easy to stick them together. And then you'll just use your adhesive, you'll stick the sides together, and you'll have your bag. You can decorate the front any way you want it, and if you wanted to make those cute flowers, I think there is, I know there is, I just have to remember the name. So if we search for flower, come on. There are cartridges that you can make those 3D flowers with using the, I just went blank on what it's called, that little tool, quilling tool. And you can cut those. I know that there's some on Close to My Heart. Or you can make these little flowers. Well, this one's on Close to My Heart. It will not be part of the subscription. You can easily see if you have access to a cartridge by this little thing here. If you've got the little green chain, you can cut it. These here. These are flowers you would then use the quilling tool to make the 3D images. And hold on a second. I know we got some in the mystery box a while back from Cricut, and I'm grabbing mine out. It was a Cuddle Bug product, and I'll try and put a link to it in the bottom of this video. But those are some options, or you can always just go buy some at any fabric store or make them yourself. But that is a way that you could make this bag in Cricut Craft Room without having the cartridge. It's going to be a little bit different. You have to play with it. You have to design it yourself. And you know what I'll do? I'm going to go ahead and save this. Save it as just bag. And I'm going to then say open, and I'm going to click on bag, and I'm going to click on export, and I'm going to save it as a Cricut Craft Room product, and I'm going to click on save, and I'm going to save that to my desktop. And now I'm going to upload it into our group here. Then what you'll do is you will go File, Open once you download it to your computer. Then you're going to click on Import. You're going to find where you saved it on your computer, and you're going to open it, and you're going to be able to access this file just as it is right now as I've saved it. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope this helped you and answered your question for you, and have a great day.